I am like living out my delusions of Broadway grandeur through my drag. And, I will be director, costume designer, choreographer, everything.
And it's not a delusion. Like Jinx Monsoon's on Broadway.
Baby, I'm on Broadway hooking every night. What are you talking about?
Hello, I am Joey Nolfi with Entertainment Weekly, broadcasting live from the Multiverse of Madness with the cast of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 16 today. And I promise you, whatever planet or dimension this next queen comes from, we all want to be living there, trust me. Please welcome the lovely Megami. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. I'm having such a good time.
Good. I am so glad to hear that. We're going to get into it all. I'm very excited to see what you do on the season. I've been looking into you. It's been very fun researching you. Like, your online presence is it's very delightful. You're always showcasing very transformative looks, and you describe yourself in your bio as New York City's thick Latina cosplay goddess.
Yeah.
Those are very specific descriptors. So why are those things most prominent and important for you to let the world know who you are?
First, with the cosplay, like I literally started my drag career going to New York Comic Con, Flame Con, things like all these cosplay conventions. And I was always like, I don't want to dress up as like the boy, because like the girl characters are usually the better ones, right?
Yeah.
So that's really where I started in drag. So like geek culture and cosplay has always been a huge part and influence in everything that I do. And then I am, a Puerto Rican girl from Brooklyn. So, my Latina heritage is always important to incorporate into my drag. And, I'm on this season representing for the thick girls out there.
No, we love to see that. And looking into it, I did see that you started your drag career in the realm of cosplay. After winning, is it the Gay Geeks of New York cosplay competition?
Yeah, that was literally 8 years ago at this point. This local organization who does queer events for geeks in New York. Yeah. We're like, hey, we're gonna do this little cosplay drag show. Does anyone want to compete? And had never performed before. And I was like, you know what? I'll do it. I ended up winning it, and it's kind of snowballed from there. So thank you for unleashing me onto the world, everyone.
The first crown of many to come.
Truly.
So what did you? I heard that you did a really fierce lip sync for that. What did you do?
Oh my God! It was this unhinged 8-minute mashup of every theme song, the Sailor Moon theme song, the Pokemon theme song. It was crazy.
I love that. And maybe not a lip sync, but I did see you say as well in the interview that you know every single word to Tade Hikaru's "Simple and Clean," which
of course.
That is my favorite song of all time. I'm not even kidding.
That is queer geek culture. That is our national anthem. You have to know that song.
Can you give us a rendition of it now? Can I put you on the spot if you know every single word?
No.
Because I don't think we could pay for that either.
Yeah.
So that was a trick question. Now, there are so many pop cultural references in your drag. I mean, the cosplay goddess definitely comes out. Everything from Spice Girls to Barbie to Sailor Moon. And even, I think it was a thoughty Bowser having a threesome with Mario and Luigi?
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Well, it was, okay, so the character is called Bowsette.
Oh,
and
sorry,
it's this internet creation that became a meme a few years ago of what if Bowser was the princess instead of Peach. So I was like, I'm just gonna have fun with this. It's stupid. It's the kids love it, so let me do it.
So what's the storyline there then? If Bowsette is the princess, how do Mario and Luigi factor into that? Because the photo that I saw was pretty interesting.
It was actually a digital drag video, and in the video it was Bowser is in love with Mario, but Mario's in love with Peach, so Bowser becomes Bowsette to steal Mario away.
Oh, so there's an actual the drag element is incorporated into the narrative.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
I'm a storyteller, and I'm like, I gotta give the kids what they want.
Okay, so we just had the blockbuster Super Mario Brothers movie. Where is the sequel with Bowsette?
Truly, and I'm available, Hollywood. I will get strapped up into my kink gear Bowser costume.
That's a phrase I never thought I would hear in my life. Kink gear Bowser costume. I love it. But where did these ideas, because you do so many of these different pop culture references, where do the ideas for these creations come from? And what kind of personal spin do you put? Like, is there something like a criteria that a pop culture something that you reference has to have before you sort of put the Megami spin on it?
It just has to be something that like I like. Because I always feel like you do your best work and your best art when it's something you're passionate about. So if I'm super into a video game, if I'm super into a comic book character or something, then I'm like, it just makes it that much better because I'm like, this is something I'm passionate about. So I work twice as hard for it.
Cosplayers also do have a very interesting reputation. I feel like there are people who just unfairly sort of like brush them off as like geeks in a bad way or nerds. But like, why is geek culture so important for you? Like as a queer person, I think in particular.
If you think cosplaying is just like going to Party City and getting a cheap little like nylon stretch costume, like it is not that. Like cosplayers can make the impossible possible. Yeah. Like if you look up some of like the most amazing cosplayers, they become full on like technical engineers creating like light up costumes and moving parts. It's like it is really insane. Mm-hmm. I hope people like can learn to not underestimate cosplayers because we can do anything. In terms of like queer culture, like there are a lot of geeky things that like really speak to queer people as being like outcasts, which is like another kind of geek in society. Yeah. So there's a lot of crossover. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I really hope I can kind of represent like where it meets in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how you bring that to the show too. It's gonna be very interesting. What's the wildest cosplay thing that you have ever done?
It's not a costume specifically, but the wildest performance I ever did was this like 10-minute grand production of all 3 seasons of Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I made costumes for all the characters and myself, and I like, you know, with a drag mix and different songs, just wove a whole like narrative of like, this is the entire story.
So before it was your 8-minute lip sync that won the contest. Now we're in a 10-minute Avatar epic. So you are just like the Broadway cosplay epic.
Truly, I love a huge production number. I am like living out my delusions of Broadway grandeur through my drag. And, you know, I will be director, costume designer, choreographer, everything.
And it's not a delusion. Like Jinx Monsoon's on Broadway. So like, I mean, come on. Truly. It's not a delusion.
Baby, I'm on Broadway hooking every night. What are you talking about?
Give that a Tony. Yes. So where do you think it gets freakier, DragCon or Comic-Con?
Probably Comic-Con because, you know, drag people and queer people in general, just like, we care how we look and how we smell. Comic-Con is like, you know, some of these geeks, especially the straight ones, like, don't know what soap is. So, like, girl, deodorant is, like, cheap.
Some people like that, so that does freakier and funkier at Comic-Con.
Yeah, no kink shaming.
No kink shaming. No kink shaming, but, like, freakier and funkier at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
That's their new slogan. You've also posted a few times about Sasha Velour being a main drag inspiration, and another photo where you recreated one of Sasha's looks and said, in the caption, it said gender is a construct. So what comment, I'm wondering, do you make about gender in your drag with the style of drag that you do, and how does maybe your identity with gender influence your drag?
I mean, I think my drag in general is, I like to be a chameleon. I like to be able to adapt to any situation, to never be boxed into like, oh, she's just, you know, a fashion girl. She's like a spooky girl. She's this, she's that. I'm like, I want to live my full experience as a human being, as an artist, and be able to go into any different area and just explore it. And like, that's kind of the magic of drag and kind of the magic of being just a queer person in general. We're not like bound by the same rules that maybe society wants us to be. So I really love that about my drag.
Yeah, I do too. No, I do too. And looking into it, another thing that I love that I found out about you, I saw in 2018, you posted a picture with Janice Dickinson and said you got to perform for her that night. Please tell me about the reaction that from Janice Dickinson and meeting her, because she's quite a character.
Also, you have done your research because that was like deep in the archives. One night I was guesting at a show in the West Village, and it just like was the most, it was like a Wednesday night. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. We're doing halfway through the show.
When she's waking up.
Yeah. And then the host is like, oh my God, Janice Dickinson is here. And I'm like, you're lying.
Oh, it wasn't planned? Like she just
just like randomly showed up out of the mist, like appeared out of nowhere. And so it was kind of like, as someone who grew up like obsessed with America's Next Top Model, like getting to meet Janice Dickinson, and she was so lovely, was like, you know, one of my like high school dreams come true. Yeah. So like drag gave me that.
So did you got to like hang out with her and stuff? And
yeah, we hung out a bit, we had a drink, like it was a super cool experience. And I wish she would have met me now, because like, you know, back then I was a little bit of a younger queen, and when I look at that picture, I'm like, all I can see is like, damn, my makeup is so much better now.
Do you remember anything particularly like funny or that happened with her that night, or anything she said?
The interaction I had with her, she was very nice. She was like, oh my God, you look so amazing. Your performance was so great. Like, it was like pretty much that. I'm like, I'm not trying to, you know, ride her coattails, baby. Like, I'm the celebrity here.
Yes. Yeah. No, but I'm just saying, like, all in all, if you have the stamp of approval from a judge on America's Next Top Model, like, you're doing something right.
Truly.
I'm asking some questions to everybody about this season. I've been getting some interesting answers, so I'm just see what you say here. What can you tease about the twists and the turns that are coming ahead on Drag Race? Because we know the twists are always coming. And what do you think is going to elevate season 16 beyond past seasons?
For the twists and the turns, we are bringing some good old Drag Race classics back that, you know, the fans have kind of been asking for. But also, there's a few new ones. So, like, it's a good mix. Regardless of being on it, like, this is my favorite show of all time. I am, like, a internet goblin for this show on the Reddit and everything. This is gonna be a fan favorite season. Like, the cast is so amazing. We literally all came out the gate gunning for this prize. So like, it is an intense season, but also probably one of the best Drag Race has ever put on. I say that as a fan and a Redditor myself.
If a Redditor is saying it,
truly,
you know it's gonna be good. So I've been hearing some interesting things about the shadiness level of this cast, maybe more so than I have from other casts when I do these interviews. So I think somebody called Dawn Evil, people have said that Plain Jane is also somebody to look out for in Untucked. Like, what's your read on Untucked and the shadiness level? Like, who's the evilest queen here?
Whoever was doing their brujeria and casting put together like one of the shadiest seasons. We're all shady in the best kind of way, where it's like Kiki's sister drag shade of like, I'm gonna read you and you're gonna read me, but we're gonna laugh about it. So I think that is like part of what makes this cast so amazing, is that like, we're all big personalities and we all talk about each other, but like, we, from day one, we're all making each other laugh. So it's like, it's not shady in a nasty kind of way. It's shady in the most fun way you can possibly imagine.
So on that note, who of this season needs the Mistress Isabel Brooks drag delusion vaccine?
Oh, I think we all need it. Like we all were like immediately day one, like, honey, give me the crown, give me the crown. I won this already. What are you all doing here? So yeah, vaccines for everyone.
They were just pumping it through the air system on set.
Truly, they vaporized it, and now it's airborne. So
oh no, it's airborne. Is there anything else that you want to add about season 16? Anything fans should look out for that you're most excited about?
I mean, I'm excited about all of it. Like, I can't wait to watch it myself because, like, it was such a fun experience getting to see how the sausage gets made, but also, like, participate in the sausage. So, like, like, this season's gonna be so much fun, and I'm like, I literally cannot wait to see every single week.
Same. I cannot wait to see either. I think that this is going to be such a good season. Thanks largely in part to you. I really had fun.
Me specifically,
yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, can't wait to see what you do on the season, and stay tuned for more with the cast of RuPaul's Drag Race season 16.